Hey friend, Michelle Dennis Evans here. Welcome to Created to Write, where we turn blank pages into finished work. You'll be encouraged, inspired, and learn practical strategies to move forward with your writing, whether you're just starting out or ready to level up your craft. And if you're looking for ways to support your creative work with an additional income stream, I'd love to chat with you. Please reach out on social, Michelle Dennis Evans on most places. Now for today's episode. So today I have another lovely friend of mine, the lovely Judy Rogers. Welcome to the show, Judy.
Thank you very much.
So tell me, you are a writer, you are an
Yes.
author. What sparked your interest in writing to start with?
Well, I have always written. I've always written songs. I was the one that had to write the ditties and the songs and everything. What really sparked my writing of a novel was a teachers' conference that I went to in 2010. At that time, I was teaching special ed. So when they asked me to go to a language seminar, I thought, probably really not what I need. But anyway, I went. It was great. And there I learned how in depth kids actually think when they're reading, how you can teach them to really, really think about what they're writing. So in a small group, we wrote this little story. And I thought, well, that's cute. And then I got ill health and I was confined to my rocking chair. So it was me, my rocking chair, and my computer. So I thought, I might just finish this story. So I'm still editing it. But that's what really sparked me to actually write a novel rather than just stories.
Right.
That was what started me, yes.
Yeah, awesome. So you made good of an interesting situation.
Mm-hmm.
And what are you working on right now?
The same story. I've edited about 506 times. I'm actually on my 507th time.
Are you actually keeping track?
No.
I just like the number that you plucked out there then.
Well, it sounded like a good number at the time. So I'm really working on that, and I'm hoping to submit that in July. So it's a junior mid fiction. It started out young adult, and it's sort of as I realized how the characters were developing and everything, it's down to a middle fiction. So I'm hoping to submit that in July.
Okay. And for those who don't know, middle grade fiction.
Oh, about 9 to 13-year-old.
Perfect. But you have a book out.
I do. I have a book out.
So you started one and then you wrote that.
Yes. Nothing happens by chance. You too can have a copy. There you go.
Can't wait to get my hands on one.
This book started, I don't know, years and years and years ago. I entered a competition with Redcliffe Uniting Church where they had a competition called Marked Art. And you needed to write a story, stand on your head, write a poem, a song, anything connected with Mark's Gospel. So for that, I wrote a story called Papa's Journey, which is a story of Simon who carried Jesus' cross, how he fell into depression, how he then realized who Jesus was, and now he's on his way to Pentecost. The next year, they had another competition called Art Acts. So I wrote another story called Martha's Journey, and it was about a little girl who met about a little girl who ended up, she was actually raised from the dead when Jesus was alive, and then she went to Pentecost. And I thought I might just write a whole lot of stories of people who meet at Pentecost, and that didn't work. And then so those two stories are actually after the 568th edit. In this book is also some songs that I wrote years and years and years ago. I released a CD on inspirational songs, but the words for those songs changed to mean something completely different.
So we have to read the book to find out.
You need to read the book. You need to buy the book.
You need to buy the book. Shameless plug. We love it. So far in your writing career, what's been the highlight?
I think my biggest highlight was the release of my CD because I actually found that the songs that I wrote were good. They worked. I have two daughters who sing like angels, so they actually have had such patience with me because I don't. I paid for the music lessons and wrote the songs, and they sang the songs on the CD. The highlight has been for me that those songs have gone around the world. and listening to my girls singing those songs and then listening to hundreds of girls singing those songs at camps and whatever really has been exciting. At my book launch of my book on the weekend, one of my girls sang one of the songs and it just gave me goosebumps over and over again. So I think that the CD and the songs that I wrote have been the highlight, but the book has been something completely different. It's actually a book that I've actually written. Yeah.
Amazing. Tell me, do you have like a routine for
No,
working on your creative?
no, I don't. Some
No.
days I sweep the floor and I was going to say mop the garden, sweep and mop the floor and water the garden and do the dishes and do the washing. And sometimes I can write for 5 or 6 hours. If I try and do it when I'm not feeling creative, it's a waste of time. So often I get a lot of ideas when I'm out in the garden, or when I'm driving. I get a lot of ideas when I'm driving, it's a bit of a hassle. When we lived at Canungra, I live in Brisbane now, but when we lived at Canungra, it was an hour and a half drive. So I used to just write. I have a tissue box or a book, and I'd write while I'm driving along the songs that yeah.
That would be up there with touching your mobile phone.
Yeah, well, it probably would be. That was 20 years ago. So, but yes, I don't have a routine. So those of you who don't have a routine, don't feel guilty. You hear all the time, "Oh, you've got to write for an hour. You've got to write for an hour." I don't. I don't. I just wait till it comes. As I said, sometimes I don't write for a couple of days, and then I can, because I'm retired now, I've got that added option that I can just sit down at 12 o'clock if I feel like it with my puppy on my lap. Oh, he's not very good at sitting at the computer, but in the evenings, my puppy sit on my lap and have nice warm, especially in winter,
Keeps you
cuddle
warm.
time. Oh, yes. They went outside last night and they came in, they were shivering. I thought, oh, poor
Oh,
puppies. They have to stay inside tonight.
I guess a puppy on your lap would be better than a cat because a cat tends to take over the keyboard.
Yeah, no, they don't. Then they don't sit because I have to sit close to the table. They don't do well when I'm sitting at the computer.
I see.
Yes. Mm.
Now, if somebody has thought that they'd like to write a book or even music or just doesn't know where to start, or do you have any words of wisdom that you would like to share with
Just
people?
just do it. Just do it. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If it works, then you can work on it. If it doesn't work, you might still be able to work on it. Go to as many conferences and online things as you can. I love the CASQ one because that's Christian Writers Showcase Queensland. I've had to think of again. Christian Writers Showcase Queensland. The Mega Writers have conferences. They have online conferences. Get as much as you can, write it and then learn some more and then go back and rewrite what you found and get rid of that and all that sort of stuff. I also found something really interesting. When I wrote the story that I'm working on for the 500 and however many times, I asked my grandson to read it and he said, "Grandma, this is great, but I don't know where they are, where the characters are." And I thought, so get as many people, especially as a genre that you're writing, the kids, or if you're writing for kids, get them to read it. Because adults often don't think like kids. If it's writing for adults, get adults to read it. So I had to go back and realize that no, Eric, well, I hadn't told anyone where Eric was. I knew where he was, but so
Yeah,
find out,
setting the
get people
scene.
to.
Yeah, that's excellent advice. Thank you. And I might drop those few things that you recommended there, the CASQ and Amiga
Q
Writers.
and the Omega Writers. And
In
there's a lot of online things you can do. And if somebody suggests you read a book, I'm not in the position to buy a lot of books, but find out about them. And if they click with you, they do. If they don't, well, everybody doesn't have the answer. Even if they've written a book, they don't have the answer to writing. That's
and there's
my
a lot
thought.
of those, a lot of great books in the library too. If you don't have a lot of
Mm,
money to go and buy them all,
yes.
there's some great
And if you,
resources in the
yeah,
library.
and I've started reading some and I thought, this does not make any sense. So just don't get yourself all head up about it. Just find another one.
Absolutely. Find the teacher that can teach you.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And listen to people, listen to people's advice. Like you can sit and just sit quietly and just listen. There's
Yeah.
so many people with lots of wisdom out there.
Yes. And where can
Mm.
people find you, Judy?
You can find me on Facebook.
Facebook. Awesome. So look up Judy, buy her book, and thank you for joining me today, Judy. I really appreciate you jumping on
You're
and sharing a little bit of your wisdom And I hope everyone got a lot out of this. If you're still watching, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and go and find Judy on Facebook.
Thank you very much for having me. That's been a rather exciting adventure.
Thanks for hanging around till the end. Please remember to leave a review if you've enjoyed this podcast and share it with a friend. You never know who is wanting to get those words out of their head and into a book.